Hello everyone, welcome back. Sorry about that, so you have to go. Well, I'm here now, after logging in 100 times. We're back, live in the Black Sea. Of course, I'm trying to do. Apparently 1,563 people are watching this. I like that. I'm going to screenshot that there. That's an interesting amount of people watching. Hello, all of you, many people there around the world. All apparently that many. I've put certain that glitched out there. That is probably over. Of course, I don't exactly miss almost all of it, of course. We'll have to say who is in it when it comes up, of course, after serious issues. So it's me was on pole. North Korea is in second of Wami, fourth. Nicolo fifth. Forrest eighth. Sixth, should we say. Boffy seventh. Matthew eighth. Carlamena is ninth. Andy 10th. Jask 11th. Disaster 12th. George 13th, Lukey 14th, Paul is 15th, Jarus 16th, The Matt is in 17th and last. It is raining, Len. As we come back from wherever we were in to the European leg of the season, we are at round 4. It's already proving that Europe bring up a surprise, some rain falling in the sky. I believe this could be intermediate start, Len, or it could be a heavy wet. I'll have to find that out when it starts in a few seconds, in fact. Here it is, Len. First time back on this game, of course, so don't expect the best, because I've not tried this for ages, so we're going to have to try and work with it as it comes along, so do bear with me, it may be a bit glitchy. Well, it's me leading the pack lane from Romy, the two Renaults, then following suit, everyone else following. I believe everyone is in poly, looks like they have all got into through this time. Back the Matt down there, then Williams as well. Everyone lining up already. All 17 cars, 27 laps, 50% race, of course, and it's going to be a cracker one. Of course, all sponsoring breast cancer awareness today. Supporting us, pink helmet, of course. Support absolutely everyone here in Russia. And of course, I'd like to say congratulations to all of those participating, wherever you are, especially if you're in North Korea. Apparently one of the drivers is now. There it is, Forrest in the Ferrari, and oh my goodness me, that's one of the Salbers. That's Nicolo's hit the wall there. That is a huge impact. Now what has happened there? That has been a huge spin there on the formation lap. The Sauber has hit the wall. Doesn't seem to be any damage though, luckily. Well, the rest of the field are bunching up. It's all carnage going up here then, as everyone's bunching up. It's really slowing them down. So Red Bull leads to two Renaults, two Ferraris. There, well, it's actually the Ferrari, then it's a Sauber who's right down the back, then it's the other Ferrari, then the Red Bull, then the Toro Rosso following behind Len. Then it is Carmena, Andy, Jas, Disaster Class, George, Lukey, Paul, Giroux, and then the Matt, and then the back. It's me, he's going to pull in already, Len, until the start in red for the beginning of the race. They're all on the intermediate tyres. I expect this to be maybe a two-stop, this race. As we all just rate up then, everyone's readying up. Here we are then, the 5 lights, come on. For the Russian Grand Prix, and it is Lights out, they take an ace to get going, but they are off. All heading towards turn 1. I think everyone has got through off the grid. Correctly, you've got the Ferraris bunching together then. There's a contact, I think, further back, and there is, I think, one of the Toro Rosso's making contact there with the Red Bull. There's a Mercedes down the inside. Now, who is that down the inside? There's contact. It's a concertina effect. Now, who is that? It's gone off somewhere. Right, it's very hard to see. Just looking at Ginger Andy then. Yes, it was Ginger Andy who caused the original contact. There's a Ferrari going round. Ferrari in the wall. It's all kicking off further back down the field. Now, who was that going in the wall? That's an imposing question. I think that might have been, look for it, Forrest Glenn in the Ferrari. Leading is It's Me from Romy then. Then it's Bart Dude. What a start then already. Flexi should we say, dropped 2 positions already. Forrest has dropped 10 positions. So matter of carnage going on the opening lap here in Russia. Sector 2, got someone's off sector 2 there as we go find that out. And that is Jask in the McLaren. Now, he's hit the wall somewhere. Has he got damage? Where's that? That is coming into the left-hander. Oh, big heavy impact. It must have spun. Someone's lost half the front ring. Forrest's got damage. George has got damage. There's a bunching up here going into one of the corners. That's the Force India on the inside, down the inside of Carlo Mendon there. And does he stick it? Well, he's going to try hunt it back down. The Williams is also hunting here. The Williams is going to launch one up the inside. Do they all make the corner? I think they just about do. Yes, they do. I think just about. As they scrabble away. Yes, the Williams has now got ahead as well. That Toro Rosso's dropped massively then. It's now dropping down into the clutches of the Sauber. Well, that is drama on the opening lap here in the Russian Grand Prix. So, leading this race, It's Me leading, and there seems to be the Sauber and the Toro Rosso, they're battling. That's Matthew and Nicolo. There's Mercedes behind, getting a bit of wiggle on. Deep passing here, if Matthew's gone race low into the corner there. Taking a few positions, they all head in to the right-hander as well. On the hill. And they are going to push each other right to the wall. Ginger Andy, aggressive as per usual there, pushing as hard as he can then. Puts him almost up into the wall. It just keeps out of it. Well, interesting race starting already. We're on lap 2 of 27. So 25 laps to go then here in Russia. Flexi that is in position, I think that is 4th. It is 4th. Bart Dude jumps up a lot as well. So big winners there. They are closing up on the Renault, who is also keeping with the leader, about a second off the pace of him. So they are keeping together. You see here, looking down the pack. Jask's gone off somewhere again. He's lost, I think, a bit of his front wing on the right-hand side. Yes, he has. George right down the back is Me. It's Me sets the fastest lap of the race then. Following Romy. Then is Bart Dude. Boffy 4th. 5th is Flexi. Nicolo 6th. Andy closing up as well. Andy is closing here in the rain. And the Sauber knows it. He's going defensive already. Now, he must know that Mercedes is very, very quick and slippery in a straight line. In the pits comes Forrest again, so makes damage again. Mercedes trying to pounce as quick as he can on the Sauber ahead. We've got bunching up behind. Looks at the Toro Rosso. Then Giroud there. It's Paul then following behind as he'll go down the straight. Ginger passes Nicolo around the outside then. Number 96 does it. Does he keep it in the straight? I think just about. That's the wrong button, that's the right one. And now the Sauber and the Toro Rosso battling. The Sauber almost takes a swipe at the back of the Mercedes. Drops a position. Very close together here. And now the Sauber ahead of the Toro Rosso again. There's the Force India behind, battling with one of the Hasses. This is all kicking off here, right down the back of the field. As contact there, a bit of contact, a bit of argy-bargy going on between Giroux and Paul. And through does go the Haas there. Now Nicolo and ESC Matthew just up the road as well. They're having a battle of their own. But around the outside, is Nicolo trying, or is Matthew going down the inside? Wherever it is, there's almost contact with all three of them. It's a head into the left-hander. Just about keeping it clean. Behind Paul, keeping his nose there. As he'll fly down into the left-hander, then into the right, down the bottom of the hill. It's very close. Look how close he is here. He's trying to just nip a little bit of speed here. I think it's an opportunity. Down the inside he goes then. Does he get the car turned in? Tapped wheels there. Puts him out wide. Further behind, there's contact between the Williams. And I think that's the wrong way. That's Williams and that's one of the Force Indias. They're all battling there. There's a bollard flying off the circuit as well. So there's no good there. Nicolo then is there. And there is Paul following behind. And there's someone in the wall there. I don't know if there was someone in the wall there. I thought that looked like something happened. I'm not certain if that was, or my imagination. These 4 or 5 cars actually, and that is the Haas getting past the Williams in the background there. Well, at least trying. And does indeed get past Carl Menno. And oh, contact! Massive spin! Huge spin there. That's the Haas. Is that the Haas? I think that might have been the Haas there going round. Well, it was. I think that was Jad Giroux in the Haas. It was Giroux having a humongous slide there. Keeps it out of the Armco there. What a moment that was. Sliding across the track there at about 160 miles an hour. Very scary that was indeed. As we get everything up on the screen. It's all new to this, of course. Well, this new broadcast feature, so it will take a little while for me to get used to it, but hopefully you're enjoying it. Green flags showing so far today, Len. It's me, leads by 2 seconds, Len, from Romy. And further down the pack, it's where this card is going off between 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. And I think there was a move going on here. The Williams in the Sauber. And they're battling together. And then further behind, there's a bit of battling with the Toro Rosso as well. The Williams, good exit, down the inside. He's not careful, squeezes them out as much as he can on the exit. Contact on the other side, drifted through, and indeed past he does go. Now you have to look at the Haas. He's also looking as well. Everything's looking well so far. As they head into the last corner. Start at number 6. No, not that number 5, should we say actually, but yeah, now that number 5, yes, indeed. Have any comments? Put them in the chat with all you 1,559 people watching. Indeed, welcome here. As you'll fly into the corner, number 2. Indeed, they come down into the long left-hander where last lap there was almost a huge crash. And they're keeping it together this time up the road, I believe. A battle going on, the Force India and the Haas battling here. And the Haas, I think, getting a cut back indeed. Ballast its way past the Force India. Third back, there's a free ride moment I think going on here. And that's one of the Saubers, lost half of his one ring. That's Nicolo. And that's causing a train of cars here down the back. Disaster class trying his hardest here. He is, of course, supporting that pink helmet also. So all these drivers in support of everything they can do. Every driver supporting a pink helmet here gives £1 to the charity breast cancer awareness, we believe. Pretty certain that is the one. Well, disaster class battling. Colomez, however, up the inside of that is Nicolo. Trying to around the outside there. Didn't do it yet. Had to sit behind for a few laps and a few corners perhaps. And I think further back, was that Lukey passing disaster cars? Yes, it was. Great move there from him. He blasts his way past. I wasn't expecting that in the background. Is that Toro Rosso got an issue? I'd imagine it couldn't have. 20 laps to go. The track is drying out bit by bit, so we do expect it to probably get dry in a few laps time, maybe 5 or 6. We may see no rain. However, right now intermediate is the best choice around the theme park on the right there. You see on the left indeed as we look on the screen then. And now on the right there is a massive theme park. Sauber sticking ahead of the Haas. And up the road is one of the other cars then. Well, they're definitely trying the hardest they can here. I think Haas could have a good run of its money down the inside here. He's very close. He's trying to the outside. Won't do it yet. And trying the exit. Goes wide. Hard as he does. And that's going to cause contact almost happen between the two Sauber boys there. As they squabble away now. 12th and 13th. Nicolo and Luki battling their hardest. Just swiping across at each other's fronts. Not making contact, however. Very lucky they didn't. And they head down the hill. Sexton Hill. Track's rather flat, though you can see undulation quite a lot, and well, down the small bumps and around the corners they go. The two Saubers battling together. Up the road, Ginger Andy is doing well. He is in 6th position there. Up front, it's me, Romy. The second part, Boffy, Flexi then. And that is your top 5. As the two Saubers have out at each other here today. Into the multiple corners, under the bridge, and into the double left-handers ahead. Track is drying out every time around. Expect they should be making stops soon. All on the intermediate conditions, of course. As there's almost a free wide moment there. The Saubers really tripping over each other there, and that is allowing the other Toro Rosso, that is disaster, to close up massively here. And they are getting caught as well by Jask and George and Forrest right down the back, so they are all closing up on each other here. There's 25 seconds off the lead of the race. Indeed, they are going well. And there was there's some contact there, I think, between Paul and Giroux there. They're battling hard there. Very, very, very hard at contact! Contact! Almost swipes across, and the Williams just having to avoid the 3 of them there. That is Matt trying his hard to avoid contact there. 3 cars almost going into one. Didn't end well there. Just avoiding each other. How they managed not to all crash, we'll never know. Very, 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 very close there between those 3. So head again down the hill. Well, up the hill section now. 3 cars together. Running a bit wide. I think the Force Indy could have an option to make a move soon. And down the inside, and almost making contact with the Haas, and just about avoiding him. And that's going to allow the Force Indy to try a move. Force India down the inside. Does he make a move? Almost hits the car ahead. They all drift around the corner. And they are just about making this one. And in comes the Haas then. That's interesting strategy call there. So they're all trying their best to do their job they can. Down the straight they go. 2 Force Indias doing well. In the pit lane comes Nicolo as well. Now, is this for those dry tyres? Let's have a look. Soft tyres for a few cars. One of the cars goes off the road, and I think that might have been the Red Bull. Having a bit of a lock up there, and the rain, of course, they are still struggling. The Red Bull, it's me, takes a bold choice here. He's going very bold here. Go on the super softs immediately. Lukey gets passed by Disaster Class in the background. There you can see them battling there. Squeezing him out. Sector 1, there's been a problem. Let's see if we can spot it. And that is Nicolo down the front wing. What's happened there? He must have gone off somewhere, and he must have gone off in the pit lane. He's going, oh, he's in the wall. Big impact there. Now that's going to have to surely cause a safety car there. That is a very precarious section on the circuit. And well, that's big problems then for him. Nicolo out of this race. Parked it in the wall. In comes Romy. In comes Bardude. Could this be a strategy call if the safety car is called? In comes Romy. In comes Bardude. Boffy. No, Flexi stays out. Boffy stays out. Ginger Andy in. It's me. He's going to gain massively out of all the list here, surely. He's coming through those last two corners now. There isn't any for this race. And well, bit of a slide there. It's me's going to jump up a few positions. Will he take the lead? He does. Using them tyres and strategy perfectly to jump himself up onto the first position technically there, because the other four haven't yet to pit. Three. There's everyone in the pit lane squabbling there. Forrest, he's down the back there. And we need Jatska in the pit lane in the McLaren Honda. Sauber getting a new nose, so Lukey's perhaps had contact. Disaster class comes out of the pit lane then. Top position outside the points. Fine, you can see there actually is the Sauber's front wing of, that was Nicolo, of course hit the wall as well. And oh, someone spun. Now who was that? Lukey spinning out the pit lane. Hit the wall there. Very lucky not to get damage there. We just saw it at the back of the shot. Either that was lag, or he's had a huge impact somewhere. Lucky to get no damage if it was. That was a big moment then. Top three still out on the intermediate tyres. Closing up massively low is Romy, lap 9 of 22. Well, this race is turning into an interesting one so far then. Some 17 and a bit laps to go after this, but 19 if you count it. I believe in the pit lane leads top three. Surely going to come. Yes, they do. 1, 2, 3. Trackling in sync there. This is going to allow almost contact in the pit lane actually. This is going to allow these teammate of Boffy, Matthew to, well, it's me to jump up to the front. Indeed, he does do. 147.6. He'll go then. As Lee's fight its way through the pit lane. I think Boffy may be in a good situation here. He was the earliest car in the pit lane, so he may just be able to jump these cars. He jumps a Toro Rosso. Does he jump the Renault? Yes, he does. Jumps all three of them. Great strategy then from the team of Red Bull, putting himself in 5th position. And that's going to make some unhappy pugs behind. Slide into the corner. Lap 10 of 27, 17 and a bit laps to go. Any comments, put them in the chat. I'll answer them. Of course, it is very slidey, and there is proving that. It's very sliding indeed there. So the track is still a bit green now, of course, after the rain. So the drivers may be pulling off some interesting slides around this circuit. Well, it's me leads as Ray. Cards in the pit lane. That's Lukey, George, and Forrest exiting the pit lane in the Ferrari after a dreadful start of this race. Jaski's in 13, not doing the best job either there. Contact at the start, blamed a few of these drivers already, and Nicolo lost his front wing on one of the laps a few minutes ago and is now left of the session, so he is out of the race entirely. Carmel has lost half his front wing. Last lap, it's me again. He is going like a madman up the front. And what's going up here? Battle could be brewing between 10th, 9th, 8th as well, and 7th as well. They aren't very far off each other. They're struggling and sliding around. I'm saying, can we see the current tyres, please? Oh, there you go. There is the tyres. Everyone's on. You'll slide in shelf through the corners. Back. India's sliding as well. Oh, it is 7:14 here in the UK, or 8:14 in the Netherlands. Wherever else in the world, could be any other time. You'll fly down the straight. Then there could be a battle levels. Just I think passing Camella, who is in the pit lane. Gets a new nose on the Haas over the top of his old one. Puts some jacks down and back he goes onto the track for another few laps then. Looking then for who's doing well, who isn't. Battle could be going actually now between Lexi and Giroux. They are closing up on each other again. And, well, they've been battling on and off this entire race. They started battling earlier on. They may be battling again. We'll see if they can. To fly down the straight. Into the long right-hander. Into the little tricky left-hander towards the braking. They are closing up very rapidly here on each other. It's me again, fast laps. The Red Bull doing extremely well here. But the Renault versus the Haas, that's what we're looking at here. They're battling, they're closing up. And a move I wouldn't imagine to be too far off the horizon here. In fact, I think into turn 1, even before that, they are definitely trying to battle each other. Ginger Andy fast lap at 40.9, massively quicker than your leader. And here we are, these two are catching to the twos ahead. That's, I believe, that is Matthew Buffett they're catching. Let's remove here, perhaps down the inside. He's going to go closing rapidly here. I think going to move down the inside be good. Yes, down the inside he goes. Does he get the car stopped? Yes, he does. And brilliant move there. He's still spitting here, so is it perhaps starting to rain again? Almost contact there between Giroud and Flexi. Flexi isn't giving up a fight yet. So they're going to be very close there, and eventually he has to drop back a little bit. And look at the Toro Rosso, it's definitely starting to rain again. I think it might be raining again here. It's on the outside, attempts to go Matthew on Buffy. As everyone starts setting faster laps now, so perhaps it's actually the opposite. And it is now stopping to rain, I'm not too certain. A bit of spray as well. As these two block each other off beautifully then. The Toro Rosso and the Red Bull, the sister teams in Formula 1. And they are battling as hard as they can. Around the outside he's going to go. Can he do it? I think he's there. Around the outside, yes, he does seem to do it. And indeed, he is now ahead of Buffy. He is on the soft tyres. A great little move there by him. And a bit wide there for added Mesler. Well, Bart Dude is in third place. He's on the podium in the Ferrari then. Then second is the Renault. First is the Red Bull. And well, not many battles going on so far actually. I thought there'd be a lot more battles, but this is a time in the race where strategy can come in to measures here. Perhaps a battle for 10th and 9th could be brewing up as well. That could be an interesting battle, perhaps two happen in a few moments time. Close up on each other very quickly after the race started in the rain. Like 13 and 27, some 14 laps to go here, and it's halfway through this race. So we're sitting going to see in around about 20 odd minutes. You're wondering, and then the F1 starts starts at 8 PM here UK time, or 9 PM another time, of course. Don't know what country you're from, wherever you are. As the goes off the circuit a little bit there, and just hits off the wall. Luckily not this time. And also, let's see, Ginger Andy, he's doing good. He is closing bit by bit up to your leader, who is good old It's Me, dominating this race from start to finish so far. And well, we're only in the mid-race section of this race, and well, he's doing an absolutely brilliant job then. Is that Red Bull gleaming in the sunshine, gleaming around the circuit? The Red Bull, of course, one of the, if not one of the best liveries in Formula 1, as you'll see. It'd be good if it went back into its more shinier livery, hopefully in the next few years. That'd be good. You can really see Romy many seconds off the pace. Then it's Bart Dude, who is catching a little bit here as well. And well, battles always tend to happen between Ferraris. Running trend today as well. Lexi is going to be versing Boffy in a moment here. They're closing up. George sets the fast lap in the Williams. Good lap from him. He's right down in 15th position, but sets the fast lap, proving that So no matter where you are on the circuit, you can still go quickest. And that is a big proof to be there. If you are wondering why I'm not speaking too much, it's because I am tired. It is I had a long day as well, just putting it out there as well. So do not mind if there's a few pauses. We did have our fellow commentator as well, who has unfortunately had to drop out earlier on. That's why we had a double stream as well. Of course, I'm a bit tired, so that's what happens. Of course, I'm going to do this race to the best of the abilities we can. So that's a very unhealthy sounding Ferrari there. Pulling this race, It's Me is doing all he can then in the Red Bull, pulling a little bit by little bit, an 8.4 second lead on the cars behind. I think there was a battle going on here for 8th position, 7th or 8th, yes there it is. Boffy and Flexi still together. Carl Mena's gone out of this race, so what has happened to him? He only seems disconnected, he hasn't gone out of this race entirely. Look at Flexi and Boffy then. Red Bull versus the Renault. No safety car yet then in this race either, so it's been a good race. The Renault pulls to the left, Class his way. Can he do it around the outside? I think he might just be able to. The Red Bull sticks it there. He's not having any of it. The Red Bull not having any of it there. He does not want to lose this position straight away then. They go down the straight into the last two corners. These two battling. Then they make contact into the right hander then. Down the long straight. DRS number 2 point then. Could be an option here though to make a move. I don't think that Red Bull's got anything on the legs of the car behind. He's going to pull to the left. He'll have to do it on the brakes. That Red Bull is. Can he do anything on the brakes? He's going to keep it there. He's not dropping too far back indeed, but he has to in the end. And eaten up then by Flexi there as well. Matthew catching up to Randy as well, so could be closing up altogether then. Robbie now 9 seconds off the pace of It's Me, who is absolutely pulling away. He's doing a brilliant job. You can see George has the fastest lap so far. We'll make one stop apart from Luki, who is on a 2-stop. There down the back there. He's closing up to Forest there. I don't know if they just pass each other actually, but I believe not. They are ready to battle in a few moments' time. Could be an interesting situation between these two. Set some 11 laps to go then. So we should be finishing in a few, well, in about 10-15 minutes time here. Jask, he's on his own here, he's on the soft tyres, going for just a nice long flowing strategy. He'll be donating, of course, some £40 to the charity here because of this beautiful situation he has decided to do. Very generous gift then from your host, Jask, donating £1 for every driver who's wearing a pink helmet. All the drivers, even commentators, so just to pay a bit of money, about £4 for the commentators, each of them there well, giving themselves to it. All the drivers running around the circuit to the best of their abilities then, in support of breast cancer research. Or whatever it is called, I believe it is for that purpose. they're all running well. And George has made a move on... Yeah, George has made a move there on Forest Lair, just as I was talking about other things. So as per usual, doing exactly what I always say. It runs off screen all the time. As we see, Forest made a move with George. They are battling each other here quite a lot. So it's not up yet, and there have been damage there. It's very, very wide there. Indeed he was, just looking back on the screen. Could he have damage? I'm not certain if they crashed. Lukey running down 15. Carmel is catching him. Logie isn't actually here. And Bardu catching second position, so they are closing up. This race is an interesting race there, as it already comes to a situation where you always tend to have it. Races tend to end up having that point of the race where not a lot goes on. This circuit is pretty good at doing that, especially when it's raining and then goes to dry. The field separates quite quickly here. You just show you who is good and who is bad. Lexi, Boffy, Giroux, they're all together within a few seconds. Well, they are all together, they're all doing well. And they are trying their hardest here to close up on each other. Matt and Paul further down the back. 9th and 10th, the battle for that last position then in the top 10. Could be switching over in a few moments. 10. Williams closing up quicker and quicker then on the Force India. And these two teams, bitter rivals indeed. Of course, still surprised why this car doesn't have the red on it. The Martini red, especially when Project Cars 2 can have the red on the Porsches. Right, that just makes an interesting dilemma as well. That game is still a free, so everyone being a bit interesting about that one then. Still coming through the last two corners, cuts the corner a bit there. We're lucky he doesn't get a penalty if he keeps doing that there. He may have already got a penalty indeed. Delta Class is just outside the points. He's closing these two. These two actually close up rapidly now. That's great. One forward of them. Let's see if anything comes of it. 9th laps to go. This is the battle for the 9th position we're looking at then. And these two catch each other at rapid rates. He'll chuck it into the right-handers. Len into the double left. Been wiggling on the exit there, Len. And they're very, very much trying as hard as they can to get their cars to the finish. And only some few seconds between Paul and Matt here. They're battling down the straight into the left-hander here. Again, the umpteenth time. I don't know if he's close enough. He's not using DRS as much as we like. He closes very quickly on those brakes here. About a second between these two here. They are battling bitter rivals. Let's just slide on. Only if they do that, there was a problem there. Gets the car pointing in the same direction still. They all battle as hard as they can. 7 laps to go as we come on to roughly 7 laps to go now. These guys have got 8 to go. Coming to 7 now at the end of their lap. Yeah, to say that, they'll probably overtake each other. There's Disaster Class in the background, in the Toro Rosso. He's catching up still as we speak, so they are closing all on each other here. And this could add for a very tasty battle here. Sector 3, something's going on here. What's going on in the last sector? Let's see if that's anyone here through the field. No, doesn't seem to be, unless we're going to come and see a problem here. Almost spun, I believe. That's what we've been told. It's almost spun. Little blocks in the chat. Hello everyone I liked in the chat. Well, Matt and Paul, they're still together. Force Indy and the Williams having a bit of a autorade here after, of course, few issues at the beginning of the race, some 7 laps to go, and still is 7 to go. And if you're joining us, hello as well. Welcome to the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Black Sea Resort. Now the sunshine has come out indeed. Well, the sun shining on the circuit. The battle going on for 10th position. Sector 1, there's been a problem. Now, what's happened there? Oh, what's happened here in Lukey? Lukey, now that's interesting. Now, what's happened to him? He lost a tyre somewhere. He's in the pit. So he retired in the pit. That's interesting, that. Out of the pit lane there. Well, these two, the Force India and the Williams, are the closest cars on the circuit. Very close this time. And I think could it be an opportunity to make a move on this lap this time? Closer than it's been the last few laps, so I don't think close enough yet. Doing what he's doing. He's definitely closing. Not enough straight on here though to make a move. 6 and a bit laps to go then here in Russia. Of course, with Russia we go to the USGP in real life after this in a few moments time at 8 PM UK time or 9 PM in other countries. 10 PM as well. And that's going to be an interesting race. Put your comments who you think is going to win. I'm putting my money on a horrible accident probably somewhere, as per usual. As they come into those last corners then for DRS. Number 2 happens on the circuit with George in the pits as well down the back. He is now a lap down as well as Colomeno then. These two, they're very close. They just can't seem to get close enough though. They're just separated by that little bit. That's just killing each of these two drivers' momentum. There is closing up this time. Those tyres, though, definitely will be going off each time they go around. And I think this time, could be close enough this time into the last 2 corners. He's very much close this time. I think, if he gets this last corner correctly, he'll be in a very big shout here with DRS then. Down the straight, that's the closest they've been. I think it's a game changer here for the back 2. The 9th and 10th, they're going to be together into turn number 1. Let's see. Balls to the right. He'll go to the left. He'll have to go the long way around. Does he do it? Around the outside, there's going to be contact. Tries to do it. Oh, go around the outside. Does he? No. Not this time, though. Tries so hard. Can't do it, though. He's very close, and this is important. Can he do it soon? That's the important question. They are catching Drew, and there's contact. That's the front wing gone. That's the front wing. And that's not Jerusalem, so that's Carl Mellerland, who isn't here. He's lost half his front wing. That is a problem there then. And that could puncture the rear then, so he ran too hard in. And, well, damage was immediately done to his car, and unfortunately, that's not going to do him any favours there. He's staying with DRS though. He's close, though not close enough to, I think, to make a move. And I don't think he's going to be able to make a move now with the damage on that car. Doesn't want to chip too much of that car's front off. He's sticking with him down into the left-hand, and what's going on up the field. Bart is closing up. There's almost contact there this time. Bart and Romy closing up on each other then up the road, and these two battling each other as hard as they can. Running wide there, that's not going to do him any good. Cuts the inside bit of the next corner, and well, I believe that battle going to be over for a while. Look through the field, anything else going on here? Matthew and Flexi, they're closing up on each other up, so that's going to be interesting. Between these two drivers, the Toro Rosso versus the Renault. It is the Red Bull Junior versus the Renault, which is pretty much the power of train behind the Red Bull cars. Both of them. It's going to be interesting to see if he can make any move anytime soon. Right, to the left, into the right they go then. And they are closing up. They're only about just under half a second behind each other, about 7/8 tenths. No DRS, however, so they are close enough to do battle soon. Interesting to see if anything can come of a big lock-up there. Further down the field, just spotting Disaster Class catching up on Matt, and here he is. Disaster Class. I think this will be an easy picking for the Toro Rosso then. For 11th position. To go to 10th, the battle for the points. He'll go defensive, but I don't think he can really do much unless he squeezes them really out. He does do so. Over the steering up, though, I think it's just a brutal effort here. He's got damage on the front ring. He's going to only get halved eventually. Let's see when it is. I think he's going to be down the main straight. Before that, he's closing rapidly, and I think coming in the pit lane. Yes, he does. Lukey's gone out of the session, so no points for him today then. Second retiree, so at least from last time we commentated on this, what I did. Seems to have got the game fixed this time. What's going on? And come to put them in the chat. And then we can answer them. This race is not the best race here, and I think that's flexing. That might be, I don't think that's a lap car. I believe. That could be, I don't know, I'm pretty certain that is a lapped car there. There's a Toro Rosso dropping behind quite quickly now. Still leading Boffy, then there's the Haas following quickly behind. Force India, Disaster Class, just in the McLaren then, doing all he can do at the back. Then with Ferrari and Matt, who just pitted a few seconds ago in the other Williams. So it was George who was holding up. Actually, George locks up massively here off the circuit. He's going to do no favours to that Renault here. He's doing absolutely no favours. He's trying to get out of the way. Does finally do so. That's going to cost him heaps of time here. Gets well out of the way of the Toro Rosso. They're really not helping at all there. Indeed, not hindering than doing anything else. Straight to go, the umpteenth time. Well, lap number 24, I believe, if I'm correct. 25 then, so only 3 and a bit laps to go. It is 20th minutes till the actual race starts in F1, so I hope you're ready, like we are, for that race to start. Taxing going on in this race either. Bartu and Romy keeping close eyes on each other. They're not too far off, though it's just enough to say no, I don't think there's going to be much action between those two. Your leader in the Red Bull, however, dominating this race. As well as George and Matthew there, sticking together. Scroll through the field, seeing if something happens. Doesn't seem to be. Looks like it might just be that last 2 lap sprint to the end before the race is over. That leaves 2 battling for second. Can do anything here. They're very close, they aren't too far off here, and that is the important question. I don't know, I don't think there would be enough time for them to get close enough to battle. They're closing up rapidly, however, there, well, very slightly. The gap is about just over a second and a bit then. 1.6 seconds actually, so very much over a second indeed actually. It's just that point you think maybe, just maybe, they could start battling soon. Not what's going on down the field. Your leader, by the way, 14 seconds at the road. I've only seen much of him. Made a ballsy strategy call at the beginning. Matt sets the fastest lap on those ultra soft tyres, of course. One of the only people on it, apart from George. On those ultra soft. Through the last corner. Comes it to me to start his last lap. I think white flag is officially out then in this race. Nothing they can do here matters anymore. If they crash, they're out. No safety car can be called. Maybe a slide there for Bart Dude in the background. Keeps the car on the island at least. They had a whammy. They are very close. They're only about 2 seconds. I think it's too late though. There are an even thought of them battling here. It's Me's doing a brilliant job up front. He is dominating so far today, and well, he's only got a few corners to go. Well, we'll see a few sectors, would we say, to go until he wins the race. Blocking up on the right front, I believe that was. So you're on board. That's the leader so far. Very marvellous race. The Red Bull shining in the wet. Pulled out a lead in the dry because of tyre strategy. Fuel looks to be a bit marginal as well, though we believe it took the fine for that indeed. 22 plus litres of fuel. Comes through that last sector now then. Bit of a wiggle on. Wiggling, he knows he's won this race. He only has to do is one more corner. It's Me pulls out a brilliant race and wins the European leg at the beginning of it. At least he wins the Russell Grand Prix. Great race for him. Now it won't let us change. Always the best one does that. Well, there's your leader then. Your winner today, Flexi, is down in 5th position. So it's Me, won the race by a beautiful thing. Ginger Andy 4th, Flexi 5th. Now waiting for Matthew to come across the line to be 6th position. Indeed, George, fast lap again there, and sector 3, so someone's gone off somewhere in the last few corners. Well, it's been a good race. As we just wait for it to count down then, those last few cars to finish. It's Me, Bart Dude, Mommy, Andy, Flexi, Giroux, Matthew, Boffy, Disaster, Paul. Then it's Jask, now waiting for Forrest and Matt to finish. And then we'll have that full grid done. Then we're off to the podium. And then we'll be off to USGP. Afterwards, Sector 1 has been a problem there. We can't see it, and there it is, over. But winner today, It's Me. Brilliant race for him then. Top 3. Well deserved. And now to the podium. Well, there you are then. It's Me wins. Bardude 2nd. Everyone got penalties in that race apart from Giroux. Romy 3rd. Ginger Andy 4th. Flexi 5th. Matthew was 7th. Boffy 8th. Disaster 9th. And Paul 10th. Well, that is your race today then. I hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, goodbye from us here in the commentary box. Ta-za.